just real quick, wanted to show this just in case I haven't already. Here is that guy. Over here is that guy. Oh, I gotta pull that 10-foil out of there so I can make sure those are nice. And that is, there we go. So that's kind of where we sit, which is nice and high. You know, that one on the passenger side on the right, well, we're gonna have to actually kick over a little extra to the right, and then that one there, we just gotta zing around the end of the bell housing there and join them up. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. You know, when it starts playing Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, it might be time to call it a night. It might be time. Someone's trying to tell you, like, hey, it's time. It's time. We've been ticking and tacking, tack, ticky, tack, tacky things. Boop. All right, mostly, grinding. We're on the grind, and let's see. Yes, the collar kind of adjusted. There is our cross pipe right there, and it goes to the mill. There's like a little spot right there that looks funny. Don't worry about that guy. And then it goes bloop up into the header guys. I'll show you hopefully a better angle here. So there it goes right up through there. It's all above the bottom of the transmission mount. So, and pan. So that's good. I've got that piece, but to hold all this and tack it, I'm just gonna wait till my buddy's here so we can tack it, make sure everything's straight, because that's difficult to do all by yourself. You can make a few lines for yourself, like imaginary lines, like the frame rail, like the midway of the frame rail is a line I made. I stood back and I knew that the pipe had to go to the center of the crossover, which is right here, even if you can't see it. So I just made a line, basically. I threw that pipe down on the ground, and then I knew when I was working up in the transmission area, trying to figure out what kind of bend I need there, I was able to kind of just look out in front of me, and I can see, like, oh, you need to go over, about to that point, and then you're gonna have to do a bend, and you can come, if you do that, then you can come straight back to your X pipe, and then all you have to do is bring this one over to mirror that one, blah 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 blah. So anyway, just a little thing that you can do with lasers. You get fancy, bro. You get little vertical green laser lights, wear eye protection, and wow. But I just do a line with a piece of PVC pipe this time. All right, so you got this guy zoomed boop to there, and I'm pretty happy with that. The pipe itself is all above the transmission tunnel. The little flange part kind of hangs down a tad, but it's not bad, and it's by that huge cross member thing anyway. It is what it is. This thing rides like a 4x4, so I'm not too terribly concerned. This is what I was concerned about, is this pipe right here comes up by my brake lines. You guys see that way over there? And I'm also going to run the fuel lines through here, so I didn't want that heating this guy up. So I did some cardboard aided design, and we just made this thing right here to cover up you guys see that? Cover up the lines, and then this guy will zoom across here. This is the middle of our. This guy right here is the drop section of the last fan shroud I made. So this was free. All I did was just grab out of the trash bin and make it. And then I'll probably put like I'll get like a little piece right here to kind of shoot over and kind of cover this piece. But I can just again, just weld that right on there. No one's ever going to see this. And aluminum works really nice as a heat shield because it'll be mashed down to that still, and then whatever this temperature is, it'll want to transfer any of the heat that's in this over to here, and the wind blowing through, etc., etc. So that'll make a nice little protection for our fuel lines and our brake lines. And now we just gotta kind of zoom you over and out. We're kind of by ourselves. We had help, but help was highly distracted. It is that Christmas time of year anyway, so we can certainly all understand that. But once again, we find ourselves alone in the garage, and it's Friday pretty early. I don't even think it's 12 yet. So, I mean, if we can get this, I wanted to get the car done last weekend. I think that was a bit optimistic, but we can at least get the exhaust done this weekend. And, oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but we got our Termi in. They sent us our Terminator kit, but decided not to include the transmission harness, so we're still waiting for the transmission harness. I called them up and that was supposed to go out. I think I got notification that it shipped today. Luckily they had that harness in stock, because if it was a 3 or 4 month order, back order stuff, it just would have been really tragic. It's tough. Times are tough for guys that are trying to run shops right now. Yes, hours or more have passed and we've gotten a little bit accomplished. It's just tough. It's when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 flanges, like 6 things, you're trying to hold everything in place and figure out where it's supposed to land and tack it up, blah 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 blah. You can do it. You can do it by yourself. It's just it is just it's time consuming and it's mentally taxing, just because you gotta figure out, like, everything's a goddamn puzzle. How do I get to X, Y, and Z? All right, so this guy just basically goes here. So you see the zoomy zoom there, and you see no zoomy zoom here. We got 1 side, a 2 side, but everything works. Everything fits nice and flush all the way around. So like a whole day later, we did get this guy all welded out. So this guy is complete, other than, oh yeah, I gotta finish that one, and then the flange, and then I gotta weld this guy out right here. But that took care of our crossover, and like I said, from now it's just a little zing, more V-bands, zing over here, and then tail pipes. So yeah, we're getting there.
At Lowe's Winterfest, finding the right gift is for a full-on festival, like saving $40 on a Cobalt 20-volt Max brushless driller. Was $130, now $90. Or save $30 on a Craftsman 6-gallon air compressor. Was $120,